Hi, welcome back to the KR daily transmission that happens every Friday. I'm so happy to be here with you live. We're going live both on YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. Hi, welcome. Feel free to share where you're tuning in live from on the chat. And if you're watching on the video replay, feel free to say hello in the comments as well, in the replay comments. So we go live every Friday on YouTube, and I answer a question that I receive. Hi, great to see you on Instagram as well. I thought that the background for Instagram would be fun to have little hearts with it. So I hope you enjoy that. And yeah, so what we do is we usually go live on YouTube on Fridays, and then we'll do like one question here on Fridays, and then we'll pop over to the Sophia Code app, which is my brand new app, and I'm so excited about it. We've had so many people join every week. If you there is a free community membership forum, and there's free prayer collective replays, but there's also an opportunity to become what we call a member of the Path of the Initiate. And so that's where you can join us for our weekly live streams, both from my team angels, our certified Sophia Circle leaders, and myself on Fridays. So I do much deeper Q&A sessions on Fridays inside my app. I'm really excited about the Sophia Code app. It gives me an opportunity to connect with you in a censorship-free zone where I can really say what I want to say and talk about the topics that I really want to talk about without getting shadow banned or censored. So anyways, lovely to see you all popping on live. It's great to be here with you today. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I've got this virtual background because I thought it was kind of fun to do something different. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of shooting in my house. So that's going to change soon, which I'm excited about. And yeah, so how y'all doing out there? Today, I felt as though it would be really nice, fun, empowering to talk about navigating Mercury retrograde. Everyone I've talked to over this past week has had enough with this month's Mercury retrograde. And as we know, this retrograde has been a part of the recent full moon total eclipse in Scorpio. So if you have been feeling the transformational fires, if you've been feeling like you're in an ocean of change, you know, I wore this dress specifically for the amount of water energy that both water and the fire that comes with navigating so much water. So I just wanted to take this opportunity for us to review what is so helpful about a Mercury retrograde, because generally Mercury retrograde impacts our technology. It can deeply impact our communication with our loved ones. It can delay when it's appropriate for us to sign contracts and to move forward with big decisions. And there's a part of us that often wants to like push through and make things happen regardless of what's happening in the cosmos. And Mercury retrograde is when we remember to slow down. Mercury retrograde is when we get to really pause and review where we're at in the recent growth that we've done. And it helps us sometimes, depending on the Mercury retrograde, like this one, connected to such a powerful total eclipse last week. It's also connected to reviewing even potentially the past few years, not just the past 6 months, not even the past couple of months. Like this particular Mercury retrograde, you are looking back all the way back to 2021. So ask yourself, where was I in the fall of 2021? What was I up to? And those are some of the life lessons that you're reviewing right now. I know that for myself personally, there were some pretty vulnerable moments that I was navigating that year, and I've revisited some of that vulnerability, and I'm a stronger person for being willing to touch into that pain, those pain points, and to also deepen and expand in the wisdom that I can cultivate from touching into those pain points and growing through them just a little bit more, maybe a whole lot more. So if you would like to share in the comments, both either on the replay or here now in the live chat, feel free to share. What breakthrough have you been navigating during this Mercury retrograde? What life review? What relationships are being impacted during this Mercury retrograde? Is there a decision that you've been kind of holding out on making a final, maybe a final contract or that final step forward? It's just like to seal the deal. It's like, what are you holding back on? And that you're discovering patience is a virtue in that decision-making process. Feel free to share in the chat. We love to celebrate your victories. We love to pray for you and support you through your challenges. That's what these platforms are here. We're here to be spiritual resources of spiritual support for you. So, wow, on Instagram, we have Good Hands Medical Massage is sharing that they've made a breakthrough with how fear affects this person and their relationship with fear. So Cohen is sharing, finally reached the point of truly honoring my body as a temple. That is huge. Over on over on YouTube, we've got Siobhan is sharing, wow, that's an amazing point that this Mercury retrograde is going all the way back to 2021. That was a very vulnerable time for them. And Joanna is sharing that she's been sharing how to soften with perfectionism and control. And for someone who's also a recovering perfectionist, I am totally right there with you, Joanna. Thank you so much for sharing. Sarah is also sharing on YouTube that she's overcoming old self-doubt that's recently come up for her during this Mercury retrograde, and that she's been challenged to move through this self-doubt with different thought processes. Yes. So I love, hi everyone. So good to see you coming on live. I love that so much. I mean, our community is so conscious and our community is so articulate. It's such an honor to be here with you. And as you take this time here on YouTube or Instagram Live to really just take a few moments to identify what are the new thought patterns, what are the new choices that you're making, how are you exploring your edges of vulnerability, of perhaps choosing you instead of a codependent dynamic with another person. How are you choosing to slow down when others would have you speed up? I think this is a really important Mercury retrograde for being present with how we want to identify with our divine identity, not our ego structure's ability to even mask an understanding of who we are to ourselves. Have you felt that during this Mercury retrograde, where you're coming into communion, you're coming into a clearer recognition of your essence, your beauty, your compassion, your generosity, your gifts and skills and talents, and how to value who you are, first and foremost for yourself. Because a lot of times during Mercury retrograde, we discover that it becomes very clear to us that others cannot value us and they cannot respect our boundaries unless we are valuing and respecting our own boundaries, taking the time to really acknowledge our own accomplishments and to taking the time to acknowledge our own needs. If we can do that for ourselves first, others can come into the resonance and the alignment with joining us there, or they can choose to opt out, to fall away out of our lives. And so that's another piece of navigating Mercury retrograde, where we have to be brave enough to allow that which no longer serves us either to shift or completely leave our life. And I believe that this is an important, very important retrograde to face that, because Scorpio energy, that full moon eclipse in Scorpio, you cannot help but transform and have this like death and rebirth experience when Scorpio is involved. Everything's going to transform, and we are on the other side of an extremely powerful full moon eclipse. And so what is leaving your life, whatever that is, whether it's a habit, a relationship, a job, it's important to be very gentle with yourself, because the transformation of Scorpio is, I don't want to use the word severe, but it's complete. It's absolute. There's no turning back. It's a full like death and rebirth. So, most likely you're on the other side now of that death and stepping into the rebirth part. So, as we all know, choosing to be that brave can, require a lot of self-love and self-care. So I just wanted to pop on today during this live and remind you that you're worth the gift of your self-love. You're worth the gift of your own time to your own heart. You're worth the gift of self-compassion that you can bring to yourself right now. You're worth the investment in self-care. Mercury retrograde is only going to be impacting us for, several more days. It ends on Monday. We'll be out of its shadow by probably Wednesday or Thursday. So all of the decisions that you might feel are on hold, like, hey, it's okay. You've only got another week. Take the time to really make sure that these decisions are right for you. Take the time to make sure that, you're really, excavating the spiritual gold of the moment. Like, don't miss this moment of growth. Really solidify new, daily habits, desire, to take the time to really deepen in your new choices and your new lifestyle choices, in choosing how to navigate in a relationship in a new way. It's like, slow down and savor this moment. This year is going by very fast. And the more you can savor your decisions to step into a greater level of empowerment, the easier it's going to be for your body to neurologically and emotionally and psychologically shift into that empowerment. So I want to thank you for taking this moment to come together in community and to focus on how powerful we are, and that we're just the angels for the job to help humanity walk through these important astrological transits that are directly connected to our collective evolution. I also want to, you're welcome. It's so lovely to be here with you today. I also have an announcement before we head over to the Sophia Code app to go even deeper in our live Q&A for our membership subscription service. Oh, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for everything that you're sharing and all of your kind and generous comments. Thank you for liking this video on YouTube and subscribing to my channel. I just wanted to announce that we are closing ticketing for the Magdalene Heart Immersive that's happening in Marseille, France. The temple gates are closing on May 23rd. We have had such an overwhelming and beautiful response to this upcoming event that's happening this June. And if you would like to walk in the footsteps of Mary Magdalene in the south of France, where she landed after Jesus' ascension, to continue her own legacy of love, her own outstanding divine feminine ministry, come join us in the south of France and step into a completely channeled container with us, where you're going to be able to feel the very living presence of Mary Magdalene, Joan of Arc, and Mother Mary, and the entire Order of Magdalena, including specific archangels that are here to deeply initiate and activate our higher self embodiment at this time on the planet, because you and I are here to serve a very powerful angelic mission, and we deserve this level of heavenly support for our ministries, for our platforms, for our community, and for serving our clients. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew the temple gates are closing really soon. We'd love to be with you in France. I couldn't be more excited to be reconnecting with the Magdalene energies in the south of France. It's one of my most favorite places on the planet to channel and to serve our international community. And I hope that you can be there with us live. If you'd like to learn more about this exciting opportunity, you can always schedule a Team Angel consultation with my beautiful Team Angels. So I want to thank you again for joining us live today. Great to be here with you both on YouTube and Instagram at Kaia Official. We're headed over now to the Sophia Code app, which is my favorite place to hang out. Love you all so much. Namaste.